myself up in there. Ding. Hello. All right. So, oh boy, you got a notification? Well, good. We're actually getting somewhere today. I'm happy to be here. I hope everybody.
Shows me
Huh?
immediately. That's what it always shows me.
Yeah, that's weird. It's just I have trouble seeing other people's feeds and all that good stuff. So Billy Joe Burrell. Wow, I smell a turd in the punch bowl on that. Oh boy, that number's going to get right where we need it to go. So we got a great guest this morning, and let's start with some people right here. Okay, we'll put. How about let's put my boy up first, Mr. Constantine. Good morning, sir. Bundy, and there it is. All right, let me get my notes ready. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go, and we are live. Good morning, everybody. I'm Wayne Campbell, and this is the driver's side. Real drivers, real talk. Remember, guys, we are sponsored by Trucker Tools, so please download that app, tap that app, and let us know how that app is working for you. Truck washes, fuel optimizer. I mean, you name it, they got it over there in that toolbox of Trucker Tools. So let's get to some people here. Here's one of my other favorite people. Hi, Renee. I'm not a rock star. I'm just your trucking buddy. Good morning, Billy Joel. Good morning, Charles Bundy. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Renee. Good morning, Jess, Jesse, Cindy, Keith Becker. You guys are all here. Thank you so much. We got a great guest this morning. His name is Brandon Carpenter. Young man up in Ohio, driving an A model, couple cab overs, only 32. Guy's crushing it. He's killing it. Good morning, Moses. How are you? I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you even being here. I'm happy. It's Friday. All right, guys. It is Friday. Remember to like and share into your groups. All that fun stuff. Anything you guys want me to talk about? What's going on, TJ? You know what, TJ? I want to stop right here and thank you, TJ. You're a good dude, man. You people that make these comments on the driver's side and make comments of encouragement or if it reminded you of something when you were growing up, like the wooden toys. I want to say, TJ, I want to say that triggered the wooden toy. The wooden toys triggered something for you, and that's why I do this. Is for exact reasons like that. I cannot wait to get back to Missouri to get with SPB Trucking and to get with Peasterbilt and Jones Customs. Peasterbilt right here, and then Jones Customs right there. Oh, and then good old SPB right here. And then I'll be at Herdrich. Everybody on that wall you will meet next week. I will be at every one of these shops next week. Bam. And I can't wait to do it. And it's a great, I am so honored to have this and to be part of this and to have you guys in my life. That's what I really, really want to say. I'm going to play a clip here in a minute because we got a guest in Brandon Carpenter. We're going to talk about the hours of service. But before I play this clip and get to everything, remember I mentioned Tesla? We all remember Tesla, right? The wife has looked into Tesla a little more. And good morning, honey. I love you.
Good morning.
By the way.
I love you too.
So remember Tesla opened up. Musk went against the rules and said, I'm opening up this plant. Well, they decided to go pay him a little visit. But they pre-warned him. They let him know. Yeah, we're going to come by and inspect you, bro, so make sure you got everything in order so we don't have to do anything.
Right.
Okay, so police visit Tesla plant, check on safety protocols and operating at a minimum. Findings from inspection, which Tesla was notified in advance, will be presented to the public health officer for Alameda County. So basically, it's just like that cool boss you had in HR or somebody you had, like that cool trucking boss you had, and he says, look, dude, I know you smoke weed. I need you to stop for a couple days and go take this drug test.
Right.
Basically, it was what happened there.
Pretty much.
That's such a joke. That's big. That's corporate America for you, though, right?
Correct.
Right? One of my favorite people right there. Hi, Shannon. Here's this crazy nutball. Fucking ugly. Did you see the interview with the president? Yes, sir. You mean...
They look at it and they say they pour in. Do they have COVID-19? What's the problem? What problem do they have? Okay. And so they want to stay away from that subject. But when you think of what we've done, but I was always America first, make America great again, right? And basically it's that, but it's that plus, because a lot of people fought me on China. You hear all that honking, you know what that is? That's trucks. They love their president.
Trucking protesters, right?
Well, they're not protesters. They're supporters of me because we're getting things for the truckers and all these great truckers that are all over the country.
They want the economy
and they're
open.
hunky, and they're really very thankful that I'm president, frankly. So when I hear the horns, there's 1,000 trucks outside. It's great. So what we're doing is what I was doing before, but even more so. And I'm even, stronger about it. America first.
Drive your truck through that gate if you want the president's attention, because the president thinks you're just there for him to support him. That's it. He has no idea you're protesting. Just saying. Just saying. Even though your chief of staff, his chief of staff went out there and talked to you, said he's there on the behalf. You have his attention. BS. BS. Absolute joke. And Mr. President, that's an absolute slap in the face to the trucking community. How dare you? How dare you not know what's going on out there? How dare you? How dare you think that they're there just to support you? They need your help. The trucking industry needs your help. And I don't want to go too far into this because I got beautiful people like this on this platform. Sharon Jones, I want to say thank you to you because I see you on this feed and I hope I caught you before you left. Thank you. Thank you for raising the son you did. I can't wait to see you next week. I really, really can't. SPB means so much to me. You guys have no idea. And I barely know them, in all honesty. Can't wait to see you, Sharon. Isn't that crazy? I think you're talking about what I just played. He said absolutely nothing in 2,000 words. I believe Rob Hallahan's pertaining to the president and the 2,000 words that he said of nothing. Well, with no longer ado, I'm going to go ahead and ask this gentleman right here. Right here. Good morning, youngster.
Good morning.
How are you?
I am excellent this morning.
I cannot thank you enough for coming back by the driver's
Thanks
side.
for having me. Friday, sunny out. It's a good day.
God, you got a beautiful property up there in Ohio.
Yeah, it's coming along. Still
Got
needs a
yourself
lot of work.
If nobody knows, this is Brandon Carpenter. He's got himself a little trucking company, don't you?
Yeah, yep.
Got yourself a little trucking company. So I want to ask you real quick, is this hours of service reform going to help you?
Yeah, actually. I'm glad we finally got it done. It's how many years in the making now? But
That's been on the back burner for how long? Come on.
Years.
Act like it was something new done and reform. Stop it. Stop it. Now let's actually talk about it, though. Okay. Good job, truck drivers. Good job up there, even though he doesn't know you're up there protesting. And that's part of what you wanted. All right, Brendan, how is this going to benefit you and your drivers?
Well, as far as the local exemption, as you know, we're a local company, run all local. So for years, we've been saying that extra 50 miles is going to make a big difference for us. It's awesome, So basically, we run time sheets or punch time clock, and that extra 50 miles is going to basically get it to where we can pretty much do all of our loads. We don't have to run any logbook for that. So that's a kind of huge thing for us. Saves a lot of paperwork.
So it basically opened up your air radius miles.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So just did it do anything for safety?
Not really. I mean, honestly, I don't. On my end, it's not really going to change anything safety wise. It's just, helping the paperwork end of things more than anything.
Yeah. How many trucks do you have?
I gotta stop and think about it. Right now, there's, as you know, I blew my engine 2 weeks ago. So
And what? What did you blow an engine in
my 1981 A model Kenworth. As you know, big things are coming down the pike with that. We're doing some special custom stuff. It's kind of coming along. I don't want to say too much. You'll be seeing it in the next couple of weeks, I'm sure. So don't want to let the cat out of the bag on that one yet.
Yeah, and I'm heading to Missouri, and I know I'm getting close to you, I want to say, because
yeah,
I'm
you're not
going
really
from
be all
Missouri
that
to
far
Wisconsin. So I'm not going to be far from you, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to get up to you. I'm trying to get up there. You're only 32, right?
Yes. Yep.
What made you do this, Brandon?
Well, as a kid, I actually used to sit around in school and actually used to get me in a lot of trouble, but I used to sit around and draw pictures of semi trucks and always had the dream of having a nice truck. And, I'd go to my grandparents' house. They lived alongside of a highway. There was a big hill coming down the road, and I used to sit there and watch the semis go by and listen to the Jake brakes. And, I had the fever at a very young age. And I knew right away, as soon as I was high school age, something I wanted to do. I actually was a mechanic for a long time, and finally decided to go out on my own and get my own truck. And I don't know what I was thinking, but here I am.
And you were also actually able to take advantage of the PPP, right?
Yeah, definitely. We made the decision pretty early on with that program that we were going to go ahead and do it. We are definitely affected by this. Like I was telling you, obviously steel's in the tank. Um, steel's not moving. That's affected us pretty good. So the main thing was we wanted to make sure that we retained our drivers and we kept a good group of guys. We've got an excellent crew right now, and we didn't want to lose that. So we made sure to cash in on that program.
You made a comment yesterday. I'm glad to see because people aren't finding people that got the program. You got. I mean, we talked about that a week ago, 2 weeks ago, almost on the show. So I just wanted to touch base on that and all that. Here's where I really want to go with it. What's going on with your freight and what's going on with your company right now? And are you picking up? Are you hiring? Where are you at as a company today during all this crap?
Well, as soon as I get off here, I'm actually getting ready to go haul a load. So we're super busy. Actually, work has really come around. We had a slow period there where things did slow down, but freight is definitely picking up. I mean, we are as much freight as we can possibly haul right now, to be quite honest with you. I'm hiring. I'm actually down a driver right now. So been doing interviews every evening this week. So, kind of nice. We're hiring at this time.
Right.
Freight is crazy right now. If you drive around Ohio right now, there's semis everywhere. The highways are busy. It's nuts. I mean, it seems like it's back to normal or worse, and around this area at least.
Well, it seems like things are trying to pick up and stuff like that, and I'm happy about that. Here, you got all these drivers up in Washington. You got people like Greg Anderson saying, don't talk about it, be about it. And these guys have claimed to get the president's attention and that they're all, that they're getting stuff done for the trucking industry, that they have the right people up there and all that. You as a company owner and surviving through a time like this, and that has taken the PPP from the government. What do you feel about these drivers representing you up there and what you heard this morning from the president? First answer about the drivers and then go to the president.
Okay. Well, first off, as you know, I know a couple guys up there who are protesting and have a lot of respect for them. I mean, they're friends, I consider them to be friends, and I understand why they're doing it, but as we've talked many times, it's fallen on deaf ears. They can go up there and as you've said almost every morning on this show, there's a pandemic going on. Nobody cares about us right now. We have so much bigger fish to fry in this country. I mean, I think about all the farmers, everything going on, with the livestock industry and everything else. I mean, there's a lot bigger issues than just us. And even if you straighten it all out, get all the brokers figured out, there's still not enough freight to keep everybody moving. So
what are you going to go back to?
What are you doing? What are you accomplishing? And then as far as the president, he's not listening to you guys. He made that clear. He made that
very clear. He thinks you're out there as Trump supporters.
You hear the trucks out there in the background blowing the horns as they're doing the interview. And it's like they've been there for, what is it, 16 days, 14 days, something like that. And he still hasn't gotten the message. If he hasn't gotten it by now, he's not going to get it.
Okay, so Lena Danko says, no, it's not picking up. We did get his attention, and not everyone qualified for the PPP. No, it is not falling on deaf ears, and we are 8 blocks solid, and we are growing. Okay, and your president has no clue what you're doing out there. I don't understand that. Why? Okay, so here's my question: Why are they? So should they be at the White House? Should they be at the White House, Brandon? I mean,
No.
They should be down the street at Congress.
I agree.
And I believe the secretary, the chief of staff, what is it, Matthews, whatever his name was, said that you guys are more divided than Congress. I mean, that's not okay. I mean, as a company owner, Brandon, and as a young man within this industry, and as the future of trucking, how do you feel about them saying a chief of staff of the chief of staff of the United States of America says that the trucking industry is more divided than Congress? How do you feel about that comment?
Well, honestly, it pisses me off. I mean, sorry, excuse my language, but it's the truth. Not all of us are divided, obviously. I mean, look at the core group of the people that you have following you. We are all very like-minded people, and we all respect each other. This whole industry isn't divided. It's certain aspects of this industry. Congress is very divided, as we know, and that's probably not going to change anytime soon. But, I don't like comments like that, to be quite honest with you, because I think a lot of us do feel the same way. It's just like right now, we may not agree with the people who are in Washington, but do we support them? I support them. I just don't necessarily agree with it.
Well, I don't either. I don't agree with them being in Washington at all because, well, we know the track record of Washington. We know how Washington works. And if you guys, here's what blows me away about this part. Washington is crooked. The ATA, the FMCSA, and then you rush right up there for change from the people that are the problem. Do you think that okay? Do you think that adding somebody to do you feel that they need a board of drivers that consult Washington before they make these regulations?
Well, I mean, honestly, yeah. I mean, that let's face it, people have been making regulations about this industry for a long time that have never even stepped foot in semi. And, you and I both know, I don't know how you're going to regulate something whenever you don't know what you're doing. It would be great to have a board of people that they could refer to and everything else. But just like right now, it's going to fall on deaf ears. You can put all the proper things in place all you want, but it's the government. Exactly. I would prefer the government just gets out of our business as much as possible. I don't want the regulation. I don't want to change things. Just get them out of our way. That's the biggest thing.
I totally get that they're not having the right people in the right place, and they don't have the right people in the right place when it comes to the regulations for the trucking industry. But it's been like that for how many decades?
Yep.
It's been like that in this country it's not just the trucking industry. It blows me away how these people think they're the only ones that have an industry. I mean, My wife, you know what they've done to my wife? So,
you see in Las Vegas, look at what's going on in Vegas. I mean,
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay, so let's see what Greg Anderson says. Have you, Wayne, ever talked to anyone to help truckers? You just want views. Here's the funny thing, Greg Anderson. My ex-wife is America's first deaf female truck driver, sir, and I helped that community get their hearing waiver. So, sir, I know all about Washington, and the problem with Washington is they'll even give you a hearing waiver for the hearing test in the CDL testing for that, but they won't remove the test from the physical. How do you have a waiver for the hearing, and then do you still have it in the test? What does that say to you, Brandon?
You cut out there for a second. What was that?
There's a hearing waiver for the deaf community, for deaf truck drivers. My ex-wife was America's first deaf female truck driver, and Greg Anderson said to me, "I'm just doing this for views. Have you ever talked to anyone to help truckers?" And I've helped truckers. I believe this is helping somebody now, because there's a young man out there that wants to open up a company and wants to be successful in trucking. Well, he's got Brandon to talk to now. But point being is I help the deaf community get the hearing waiver. Okay, so, and the FMCSA has yet to take the hearing test out of your physical. It makes no sense if you have a waiver for the hearing and you don't need, and you can have that eliminated. Why not just take that out of the test? Does that not say anything to you?
Oh, it says a lot to me. Actually, you don't even know this about me, but I'm actually a guy who, my left eardrum has burst 3 times and my right eardrum's actually burst twice. And I used to get real bad sinus infections as a child. And I have permanent hearing loss from that. And I'm somebody who suffers from hearing loss. And naturally, driving these old loud trucks that I do doesn't help that. And, whenever I go in to renew my physical and everything else, I've got to go through that hearing test. And I have hearing loss, and I get it. I understand that. And, if it's there and they get a waiver for it, you're right. Why even have it on the test?
Right. And Leland and Lisa, hold on. Lisa Schmidt, let me help you there. It's not dead, it's deaf. Okay, it's the deaf community. And young lady, I'm on that again because here's the deal. If your husband goes to lose his hearing, there's a waiver there for him, so he's not sidelined. And for Brandon, I think it's great. What am I doing now? What am I doing now? I'm talking to men that are being successful within this trucking industry and not running to Washington with their problems. I'm talking to people that are surviving, like Brandon. Brandon, what is it that do you want to do for your drivers today to make sure that they're secure in tomorrow's industry?
Well, naturally, I want to set it up to where no matter what happens, something I've always been big on in this business and something I've learned is don't have all your eggs in one basket. I spread my business out, and I spread it out over several different companies, several different aspects of trucking, and we do a lot of different things. And that's how I kind of take care of my guys, because I want to make sure that we have a future, and there's always freight for us to haul no matter what. Now, granted, anything could happen. I could have to close my doors next week because of this. Who knows? But I try to put us in a good place to where we're taken care of, and my drivers, they have work. As I always tell people, when they come to work here, they're part of the family. They're my responsibility to make sure that they get a paycheck. We have how many kids that are part of this family that their parents need a paycheck. And without us knowing what we're doing and being a team, we're not going to have that. And, how I do it is like I say, that payroll protection program, that was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer.
Right. I love it.
Spread your business out.
Young, smart, and versatile. Killing it, dude. Man, somebody raised you right. Dang.
I don't know about that. I'm just more of a common sense kind of guy, Wayne. I just try to, I don't know that I'm any smarter than anybody else. I just do what I think's best. And I've got a lot of great people behind me too here in this community. We have a community of men who been in this business a long time, and they're kind of my mentors, and they kind of look out for me too, and I appreciate all that. They're great men. They've been in business for a long time, and they're the real deal. When you come here, I'll introduce you to them.
I can't wait.
Pretty cool group of guys.
I can't wait. Get some women in your fleet too. Get some women on your team. Period.
That's what I need.
I know Rob Hallahan just scooped one up named Renee Anderson, and that's what I'm grateful for. Definitely today. Somebody said, "What am I doing today for drivers?" Renee Anderson got a job with Rob Hallahan in Hallahan Transport, and during a pandemic, and that was through the driver's side. Brandon needs a driver. We're gonna find him a good driver. We're gonna do this.
Let's do it.
Completely what this is about. Is about the truth and the real deal within brother and sisterhood. Seriously, because she went to work for Hallahan Transport. I'm so stoked about that. I can't wait till Sunday's show. I can't wait. So here's my question to you, Brandon, is with everything going on in today's industry, do you have hope for tomorrow's industry?
Oh, absolutely. I started into this industry a long time ago, but as far as me owning a company and doing this, it's been 10 years now. I've seen the change in the industry in the past 10 years. It's constantly evolving. It always will evolve. You know me. I love my old semis. I love how trucking used to be. I love everything about how it was back in the day. It's kind of a romantic thing, when you look back at trucking and how everybody used to be in love with truck drivers. And, it was this wonderful industry back then, but they had problems back then, and they got through it. It changed, and we're where we're at today because the people who laid the groundwork before us. This industry is always going to be here, and it's what we make of it.
I love this guy. Oh my God.
There's a lot of young guys, getting into this business thing, and they're not all bad. That's what I say is the new generation. Yeah, there's problems. Yeah, there's a new generation of drivers out there that are working for these big box companies, and that's one thing. But I'll tell you what, I've met a lot of great young guys out here getting into this, and it gives me hope. It really does.
I agree. So, it's sad to see the shape of some parts of the industry, and it's sad to see some of my brothers and sisters falling and just getting stuck in a rut. That really bothers me. It hurts because, to run to Washington with their problems when they're the ones that create the problems makes no sense. But what I want to ask you, and this has been a hot topic within the industry for decades, driver shortage. Is there a driver shortage, or is it a quality driver shortage?
It's all quality. I'm going to be 100% honest with you, and this is me learning how to be a boss and everything else because. As I told you too, I was a fireman before this, and I had a little bit of saying kind of what went on, and I learned how to manage people somewhat too through that. But I've never been a boss before, and I've had to learn how to be a boss. And let me tell you what, I've hired some people, hired all kinds of different people, and my biggest problem I have whenever I hire drivers is finding true qualified drivers. There's plenty of drivers out there. You can hire a guy tomorrow if you want to. Doesn't mean he's going to be good at it. Doesn't mean that he's going to be a decent driver. Quality is really our problem. And training. these people, it's not necessarily their fault. It's how they've been trained is a lot of it.
Well, here's the shitty part or crappy part about. Dang, I went all morning without cussing. Dang, man.
You did better than I did.
Here's the crappy part about it, Brandon. And the reason why I bring that up is because the trucking industry is changing. They're getting change in the trucking industry, and I just don't think they know where it's going. The change that I've seen recently within the trucking industry, and because of COVID-19, is remote testing. They've started remote testing, and it's basically no instructor in the truck. They could do remote testing via Bluetooth and all that stuff. That's already here. It went into place, and they're claiming it's because of a driver shortage and they need to get these drivers out there. How do you feel about just remote testing, or do you even know about it?
Well, naturally, I've been following your show, so you've educated me on it, to be quite honest with you. But remote testing, I mean, come on. I've said forever, I'm a big guy on mechanical. These old semis especially, if you don't understand how the truck operates, if you don't understand how the brake system operates, how the engine works and everything else, and yes, you have to take that mechanical aptitude test before you can even get your permit. But let's face it, people that take that test, they rehearse the questions. They basically, it's a multiple choice and they rehearse it. In order to operate a semi safely and correctly, you should understand how almost every component on the entire truck works. You should have to change a set of brakes. You should have to hang out in a truck shop for a couple weeks, do it, figure it out, and I know you don't like to get your hands dirty, but I'm telling you, the guys who do their own work and work on trucks make the best drivers.
Bam.
That's just my opinion.
Bam. And well, they're not just the best drivers, is they're the most profitable drivers.
That's correct.
It's crazy.
Every small guy who's ever made it in this industry, and I tell guys this whenever they buy their own semis and everything else, you better learn how to work on it yourself. If you blow a tire, don't take it up to the tire shop and have somebody fix it. Change it yourself. 1, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself. 2, you're going to save yourself some money. And 3, you're going to know how your truck works by the time it's all said and done whenever you work on your own stuff. And that's important. That's huge to me. I mean, mechanical is huge. That's a lot of the safety issues, in my opinion.
I agree, and that's why I'm kind of getting my ass handed to me right now by Rob Hallahan. Wayne, where have you heard this before, Wayne? I don't know, Rob. From each and every freaking one of you. But we have to get it out there, Rob. That's why it's important. So, Brandon, I mean, you're crushing it, dude. You're killing it. You're killing it, not just as a boss, not just as a professional, but as a person, as a human being in general. I know you were raised right. I know you got a good mother. I know you got a great support system behind you. I know you do, and
I do.
It's amazing, and that's very important because it's rolling over into your career.
Yeah, yep.
It really is.
The people in my life have really helped this business, and like I say, I've got a great group of guys up here in Ohio. Ohio's always been a hotbed for trucking, and there's some real old school, really cool guys up here who have always loved what I've done with the old trucks. They've taken note of that. And it's just like when I blew my engine, one of my first phone calls was somebody who I really respect. And he's an old school guy. He always knows what he's talking about. And, I kind of knew what I was going to do, but I called him right away because I just wanted the advice, and there's always somebody out there who's been there and done that before, and they've got the right advice.
And that's why I'm grateful to have people like you that watch the driver's side, that are a part of the driver's side, and that believe in this platform. We've talked here and there, and you're part of the family. You're one of my futures of trucking people. You're one of my young guns, and I'm proud to call you one of my young guns, and I'm hoping you're okay with me calling you one of my young guns. You okay with that? Can you hear me? Okay, I think we lost him. You can't hear me.
Well, I wish you could have met me 10 years ago, Wayne, when I was a lot younger.
I'm going to beat you. You know that? You can't hear. He can't hear me. He can't hear me. He can't hear me.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out.
Brandon, I'll see you later, bro. I'll call you later. Thank you for stopping by. Peace out, brother. I don't know. Maybe he'll come back. Hopefully, I don't know. Maybe. How about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right, I think we lost communication there with Brandon, but that's Brandon Carpenter from Hollerback, company up in Ohio. He's crushing it. He's killing it. I mean, he made me kind of lose my way a little bit, but Tim Hathaway, Sean Campbell, Todd Campbell. Oh, let me see if I can bring him back. How about now, Brandon? How about now? No.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay,
Yep.
all right, good.
Yep, you're doing good
I
now.
almost got ready yet. So, but anyway, you're crushing it. You're crushing it. And what are you? You said 10 years younger. I want to choke you for that comment. By the way, 10 years younger. Yeah, we're having trouble with your connection, Brandon. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Well, I was a lot younger 10 years ago.
Get out of here. Goodbye. I'll call you later. I'm not going to fight with that. Let's go to some comments. Let's talk to some people. I cannot thank you enough. I see Sharon Jones up here talking to my wife. Thank you, Sharon Jones. I cannot wait to get to Missouri and then scoop my butt up onto Wisconsin to the Herd Ridge Ranch. Honey. Yes, she's having fun with you guys. Let's go to TJ. Sheila Campbell, he still needs to get you a mic. LOL, gotta bounce. Dock bound, Springfield bound, and home appliance bound. Hope everyone has a wonderful, safe day. You too, Michael, or TJ. I appreciate you, bro. I cannot thank you all enough. I cannot thank you enough. And I will pray for the people up in Washington. I will. But like your president said it himself. You're up there to support Trump. So we're going to go off the president's word. You're not there for protesting. You're there to support President Trump. That's the word I go off of because, well, he's my president. And I suggest you stop calling him Trump, and you might want to start calling him Mr. President. Remember, guys, you are the heartbeat of America. We are going to Missouri. This is our last and final day of the broadcast of the week. We will be back Sunday night, and I'm not going to get out of here yet because I want to talk about Sunday night. We're going to be talking about thinning the herd of the trucking industry. Will this make the trucking industry better? Will this drop those cheap freight haulers? I don't know. And I cannot predict the future of trucking. I can't predict the future at all.
This is true.
But my cat's whining out there. Things are going down at the Campbell house. So I got to get the hell out of here. Remember, guys, we'll be back Sunday night at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You are the heartbeat of America. You should be treated like the heartbeat of America. Always keep your shiny side up, rubber side down, and thank you for all you do. And keep that left door closed. Have a good day, everybody.